Yo, Flows, what's up? It's all good to see you all. Thank you for coming. I'm glad you could make it on this very special evening. Well, we do have with us PJ Cruikshank, Luca, Roger, Nate, and Jeff in the house. How you guys doing?
Wonderful.
All right.
All groovy.
Good to see you all.
Too.
Yeah, thank you all for coming.
I do
Glad you guys could make it. I hope the internet, everything's going to work out fine now because I did have some issues before the stream started. Internet seems to be very choppy on my side and stuff because, I don't know, power just goes on and off like crazy in South Africa these days. For no reason.
I just muted myself and spoke to Vicky on WhatsApp. Was I hard? I thought I wasn't sure. Oh, cool. I thought I wasn't sure. I thought, have I muted myself or not? I don't know.
But
Okay.
yeah, it's good to see you guys. Ryan's just popped in as
Hello.
well.
Hello, Ryan.
And everybody in the YouTube lands and all the other platforms, thank you for coming. Glad you could make it. Really cool to see you. So anyway, Candace Owens.
Ooh.
Yeah. Candace Owens.
I think it's to taint flat Earth, to be honest. I really do.
I don't know enough about her.
No, me. I mean, I don't know because I don't know.
I don't know the video we're watching, but just Candace Owens and like that Ben Shapiro like conservative crowd. I don't really like.
Oh, she's part of Shapiro's crowd? Uh-huh.
Well,
Never mind.
No, she
Daily
was
Wi-
on the Daily Wire.
Daily Wire, I'm pretty sure.
She
It's
was.
the Daily Wire.
Candace
Owens is cool, bro.
Oh, she got fired from the Daily Wire? Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, she did. Yeah, she got fired, and she's supposedly now an anti-Semite because she said Jesus is king.
Oh, no.
And Shapiro doesn't like
How
that. So.
dare her?
Remember, Ben
wasn't
Shapiro
wrong.
is
He's not
remember,
wrong.
Ben Shapiro is he's a Jew, so he doesn't accept Jesus as God. You
Oh,
understand?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, I remember now. Yeah, when this all was happening. Okay, you know, fair enough. Okay.
Oh, and Benjamin was always talking about Ben Shapiro, wasn't he?
I like Ben Shapiro. I think he's got an intelligent head on him and things.
Oh, he's definitely
But
cool.
he does have a bit of an ego problem.
A bit.
Just a wee bit.
I would say that.
Well, come on. We all have a little ego problem, don't we?
Me?
I have to be honest though, when it comes to. I
All
have
of
to be honest when it
you
comes
do.
to.
All of you.
Well, I have to be honest when it comes to Candace. I don't know. I get the feeling I can't really trust her.
No.
You know what I mean? It's really weird with the things that's been happening with her lately. Like all of a sudden becoming Catholic, and now all of a sudden, I deny science, and see it as a religion. But by the way, she doesn't say she is a flat earther. Just to let you guys know that.
Yeah, I know that.
In other context.
I mean, you had the likes of Shaq O'Neal and people like that saying we're flat earthers when I don't think they meant. I think it was a thing because it was round about 2017, 2 years after it became big in the social media and that flat earth. So maybe they jumped on the bandwagon just as a kind of notice me type thing, but I don't actually believe they believed it. I don't know. I could be wrong. It's just my thing, innit? You're gonna.
But yeah, I got a little small thing we can watch. It's not really long. It's on Twitter. And then we'll see. Also, she's a he. I doubt that. It's definitely a she.
Oh, yeah.
This is like the small little clip of what she was like responding to this. It's very interesting. Yeah, that.
I can't hear
I
it.
can't hear it.
No. That's no sound.
Can't hear it.
No sound.
I like her better with long hair.
Restream's a bugger for
Yeah.
doing that, though, I find. Restream used to do that to me.
Let's try again. It's with audio. There we go. Share with audio. Yes. Okay, let's try again.
No.
Still not.
Nothing.
So
Oh man.
What'd you do now?
Why? Like I said, I am having technical difficulties tonight all of a sudden with everything since the power just decides to go off.
You can
I'm going to
send the
see if I
link.
can send the link to someone. Maybe you guys can share it if that will be fine with you.
Okay.
Sure. I can try it.
Cool.
Share. Copy link. But anyway,
blame
good
the-
to see everybody.
blame-
Please hit the likes, share the show. There we
I
go.
blame the South African government, man. It's their fault. Cutting your
No, because
power.
the power just. I didn't think I'm even going to stream tonight because literally it's like I'm walking to the computer, getting everything set up. It's 8:30, 9 o'clock's the show. Poof, there goes the power off.
I'm Sharon.
Oh, you doing it, Nate? I was just about to. Okay, cool. You've got it.
Okay.
I was just about to do it.
Can you guys imagine being married to me? My poor husband, he rolls over. He's like, what are you reading? And I feel like a regular wife says something, I don't know, maybe a love series, Nora Roberts, sweeping her away. Me, on the other hand, he rolled over, he asked me, and I said, oh, I'm reading a flat earth theory. And it dawned into an entire conversation. He's like, why are you reading a flat earth theory? And I'm like, because somebody messaged me on Manect about it and they included some links and I'm just reading them. I don't know. I'm just an interested person. No matter what, if there's a bunch of people that believe something, I now want to know what it is that they believe.
Yep.
If you guys check her body language with her eyes when she says, oh, I'm just interested in something, it was looking like up and away. You know, not really. It's like she had to think about that.
Mm-hmm. So if she doesn't want to say the wrong thing.
Yeah. So that's what I say. I don't know. It's not like she's really genuine about what she's saying there. Obviously, she has looked into the flat earth stuff, but if she doesn't accept it or accept it, is what I'm calling on. She's not genuine about.
All right.
She should be honest about it.
Yeah.
I think she's using the whole thing like it is now as a publicity train, you know.
It's a springboard for her career, yeah. Springboard.
Especially because she's not part of the Daily Wire anymore, so she needs to build up her name more.
Another one of these like Alex Jones-ish kind of psyops, right?
Yeah, kind of.
She's going to try to make it look like it's a crazy theory that she's looking into.
Uh-huh.
Little left wing, a little
Yeah, you can even see when she's like she's just laughing and not really considering it to be serious. But I mean, fair enough. She's in the early stage, so
yeah. But like she's also like it's on the fence. She's not a flat earth or a round earth or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, when she did say the words flat earth, she did bring along with a nervous type giggle. Yeah, flat earth sort of thing, as though like it was a not sure type thing.
Well, she's always got the true earth. Yeah.
But you see, it comes to this is how many times have we seen this where people try and align themselves with, like, let's say, flat earth or something, and then afterwards, no, it's not really a flat earth. Try and embarrass, try and make it look as idiotic as possible.
Yeah,
things like that.
Of course. Yeah, that's what they do. That's what they do, and that's what I feel is going to happen with this. Same thing.
But what's really odd about this is it's like. She's not claiming to be a flat earther though, but she's being roped into it.
She's just looking into it.
Yeah, but you see, they're like roping it into it, and people are. This shows that flat earth is definitely a thing because it's being pushed everywhere. More and more, they're just getting different people all of a sudden that somehow has to be talking about the flat earth somehow, in some angle. Luca, can you please stop with the private chats, man?
Oh, come on. I did
No,
it.
not all the time. Every stream.
Go on.
Just once.
Please.
I
It's
did it,
popping
you
up
put me
every
out.
2 seconds. It's
You
quite
don't
irritating.
hear loops, do you? If you don't,
I get it, but it was just once.
No, you had like 4 messages pop up now. 3 messages, dude.
What?
Yeah, 1.
I did it once.
But you're always doing
Yeah,
that.
he only did it once. Yeah.
Once, yeah.
Once.
Sorry, I couldn't see it. But people are going to respond to it. So yeah, please don't. Let's keep out of the private chats if we really need to. Please, it's a bit irritating. Thank you.
Is that they believe.
Okay.
And of course, he pushed me on this, and he was talking about the Earth curvature and science. And I said to him, "Listen, I'm not a flat earther. I'm not a round earther."
Who do you think was pushing her on this? I think it was probably Dave Weiss.
He probably contacted her, emailed her, or something. Like, you should have me on your
Do they
show.
know
We can
each
start
other?
something.
She said her husband. I'm pretty sure.
No.
Well, she was talking to her husband.
Yeah.
No, she was talking to her husband. She was saying someone contacted her and told her to look into it.
So that would be that would be Dave Weiss pretty easily. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's on the PR campaign.
Really?
He wants to do an interview.
Weren't we just talking about this last night?
No.
Yeah.
Actually,
I'm
what I
talking
am
around
is
here.
I am somebody who
Oh,
has
yeah.
left the cult of science. I have left the mega church of science because what I have now realized is that science, what it is actually, if you think about it, is a pagan faith. Live the other day, and again, I'm not subscribing to the flat Earth theory at all. I just decided to read an article on it because why not? I mean, this person writes, "Hey Candace, I heard you."
Because why not? It's
Yeah.
Why not?
I mean,
Why not?
yeah, fair.
You mentioned flat
Yeah.
Earth on your live today, and I had to reach out. Please, I'm imploring you to continue down the flat Earth rabbit hole because it's true. NASA has lied to us about the shape of our world, plain and simple. I believe the main reason being to separate us from God because nobody would be able to deny him if people knew that we actually live in a place that necessitates the existence of a creator. Once you look, you will
There we
see that
go.
all of the evidence points.
EITHRH at the bottom. See there?
Yeah, that's what I'm
Reach
thinking.
out on YouTubers that have one or research more info. What's it, gets it, DITHRH. Why
Yep.
is it always those names?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I said,
Why is it always those names pushed?
always.
Like,
Witsit
can't-
does.
by anybody.
Yeah, Witsit's he's very enjoyable, I think, for people to listen to.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but they all the
Thanks.
things that's dodgy and sketchy. Every time flat Earth is pushed somewhere.
Okay,
Yeah,
hold on.
they're in it.
Who here watches Witz's channel? Who here watches it?
I don't.
Not anymore.
Exactly.
I used to.
I got nothing against Witsit. I think he does.
We got nothing else to say.
Things.
He doesn't really post on his channel anyways. As of late, I think the last time he
well,
posted
especially because
was
he's
probably
just
like
had
3
a
months
child.
ago.
He does a
Yeah.
live. He does a live a week, I think. I think he does a live a week, something like that.
But what I'm saying is, why is it always those two, specifically, mostly DRTRH, by the way?
Yeah.
But and what's it? They are the ones that's always pushed
Because they're
everywhere.
shill.
Yeah.
Oh, they got all that app money. They can reach out.
It's really odd.
Points
It's
to the
like
Earth
no one
being
else is
flat. The
pushed.
biggest
Those are the
indicators,
ones that are-
Go ahead.
in my mind, being the fact that we can see objects at a distance that should be hidden behind hundreds of feet by the curve of the Earth. The fact that all modern technology assumes the Earth is a flat topographical plane to function, airplanes, GPS, and the truly hilarious footage and abject lack of proof that we actually went to the moon. Reach out to YouTubers that have done the research for more information. And he offers some YouTubers. Thanks. Here's what I will say to you. I definitely believe the moon landing was faked. I had no coming back for me after reading Chaos and reading something else called A Funny Thing Happened on the Way to the Moon. It just, I don't know, it's always seemed cartoonish to me, but then when you realize what the government was up to in the 60s and how they were focused on creating a mass psychosis.
Yeah.
Whoa.
That's
I mean, the funny weird thing happened.
The missing link?
I've never thought it sounded cartoonish. I mean, when I seen that, I was like, wow, just as I thought, but even more
What?
like that's eye-opening, that documentary, I think.
She read the book though too. That's what she was saying.
Right.
So it's parts of Brell's book she read, and he convinced her the moon landings were fake.
Of course.
She can definitely be genuine. I mean, obviously, anyone that disagrees with the whole moon landing thing. Yeah, no, it's all. I mean, if she read about this before, she's already coming in with an inclination that, like she said, the government is obviously lying about a lot of things. So, I mean, she could obviously be genuine, but
she works
it
for them.
depends I mean, yeah. Well, I don't know that personally, so I don't know.
Well, not anymore. She's out of the wire, so.
That's exactly what I was saying earlier. So I'm not.
Well,
sure
that doesn't
if
mean that she isn't still working there. She signed a non-disclosure agreement.
Nah,
And she's still working.
totally, she's not there at all.
Yeah.
They're like got a whole feud against each other. You could say.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, now it's time to pick a side.
Mhm.
You either for or against them.
One thing I do agree with Candace though is Christ is king.
Christ is king. Yeah. That's the thing I said.
Amen.
She's not wrong there. She's not wrong there.
Wow, that was a quick stream.
That's how she
Good show, guys.
I mean, I do think it does come with some backing because whenever these kind of truthers do come out, you never see them pushing the Christ stuff. I mean, who do we really see? Can anyone give an example like a modern person who's come out against, I guess they would say a conspiracy theorist that came out with the, Christ. It seems like they're either, some kind of Gnostic that, disbelieves in Christ as like a fairy tale or some such, or they're some other kind of religion. So.
Well, you could go the David Icke route and pretend you are God.
Jesus, right. Whether I don't know if he believes that anymore, I don't think he does, because he often says it was a voice that spoke to him. Like he thinks it was some kind of angelic voice, when I believe he heard it, but it would have been a demonic voice, obviously.
Are you a god?
I mean, he certainly believes that nowadays, but I don't think he believes that one anymore. I don't think he believes he's Jesus. But he certainly said it in Terry Wogan's show, without a doubt.
Yes, he did.
Next time someone asks you if you're a god, you say yes.
I missed that. Who was this?
David Icke.
David Icke.
Oh yeah. He's a little bit off the wall there.
Oh, well, he drinks Tennant Super. Would you expect?
That'll get you there.
He drinks what?
Tennant Super. It's 10% beer, 10% beer.
Oh.
Anything else on it? What do you think about her as a person?
I got nothing against her. I think she's quite intelligent. She's straightforward when it comes to things. So
I had a misconception.
Logic.
I'll be honest. From what I can see, I love her. I like her. I like everything she has to say, pretty much. I haven't heard her say anything that's negative or anything. But beyond that, because I don't trust people on television, I still don't trust her. But, I mean, I'll give her a chance if she comes out with truth or whatever. But
But you guys, you seen? I've got a thing on there. Okay, this is from Newsweek. Yeah. This is how they're trying to somehow rope Flat Earth as the blame for her thinking science is pagan faith. This is what I'm trying to say. Because what is the saying that people always say? Flat Earthers are anti-science. Correct?
That's dangerous.
So now they're trying to blame it on Flat Earth. Look at this. Candace Owens has described science as a pagan faith, which it actually is. After saying she had been reading literature supporting the theory of the flat Earth is flat, rather than spherical. Why did they put rather than spherical anyway there?
I don't know. I think it's a catchword.
Yeah, but if you just read that, okay?
Yeah.
What's that saying? Let's blame the flat Earth theory why she thinks that science is a pagan faith. Mm-hmm. Because she read the on the flat Earth theory, therefore she denies science. Right. So what's the going on? What's the link?
She's contaminated.
Yeah.
Flat Earthers.
They're scapegoating flat Earth.
Yeah, it's pushing that flat Earthers are anti-science.
I mean, I think it is with like the pastors we've reviewed and such, or the videos that we've seen, that they also do the same thing where they try to test flat earthers and Christians. Essentially it's a rabbit hole where you start to deny science, and then you become a Christian, or you become usually Christian, they say. But it's like a thumbtacks on a piece of paper, and that paper's flat Earth, and the thumbtacks are denying science and such.
Yeah.
They want to push you off the edge.
I just want to say thank you, Lasonic, for your $5 super chat. Really appreciate it, man. You rock. He says, Candace is too big to come out publicly. I also think you need to know you were lied to first to find out what else you were lied about. 100% agree on that. Mm-hmm. Really, really appreciate the super chat. You rock, Lasonic. Yeah, the thing is, she can't come out really. Think the ridicule she'll get if she had to really say she's a flat earther.
If she actually says the words, I'm sure it's flat, then
she's already lost her job, so I mean, it's not like she could go any further down, right?
Yeah, but she's still got a good name though. She's still got a big name. She's almost like 2 million subscribers on her channel, her YouTube channel. She's got a big following on Twitter. She's got a big following, everywhere else. But
And if
what
she got-
I'm finding interesting, like I'm trying to put out to show everybody, is they're linking her to flat Earth is the reason why she's become this way. So it's like they're trying to make flat Earth look dangerous.
And scary.
Yeah, you understand. If you look into flat Earth, you become a conspiracy theorist, and you totally lose all logic, and you just ignore science.
It's a smear campaign against her. It would be if she actually came out fully as a flat earther. She wouldn't gain any traction in mainstream media again. She would probably lose her any kind of career she could develop out of it.
Yeah. That's why I was just gonna say that, like, the person who commented said, yeah, that's the exact way that's gonna happen. If she does come out, like you were saying, it's gonna be labeled as a conspiracy theorist, flat earther. That denies science and denies evolution, and how could she believe it?
But a truist Terry Popper has a really good point by saying that she's planting a seed, nevertheless, right? So it's actually gonna plant the seed to a lot of people, and they may end up doing their research as well,
and looking into it for themselves. Yeah, that's decent.
Yeah, that's the thing. You plant seeds, and things will grow, right?
Mm-hmm. That's normally how it works.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But yeah, it's about. But think about how they have to push. Oh, guys, flat Earth is very dangerous, because if you look into it, you're going to be very logical. You're going to start saying things like science is just a pagan belief. You're going to be anti-science. You're dumbing down society. The flat Earth is bad for society, because I'm starting to think it's like they're trying to get more, just like they do with Christian faith, where they try and demonize it as much as possible. And I do see that. Hey, good to see you guys. 4Jacks, really appreciate your gifting a membership. Really, really appreciate you. Rock 4Jacks.
That's awesome.
Thank you very much. He has given it to Austin Murphy. Hey, welcome to King Rooster. Woohoo! Really appreciate it. You rock.
If we see this, I mean, clearly this tactic has worked. I mean, any modern day you come out as religion, mostly most people be like, oh, God bless. But if you come out as a flat earther, it's mostly ridicule. It's become how would you say, they build them to always be able to spot it out and call it out as if it's wrong in some sense.
It's like a mental whipping post.
Yeah.
It's good to see Dave. I think he's been very busy lately. That's
good.
Hi, Dave.
You haven't seen Dave. He came in the chat, my chat, the other day, but I think he was too busy to come in. I think he's in chat now. Good to see Dave. He's been well busy.
Okay, I found another one. I'm convinced Candace Owens believes the Earth is flat because the curve offends her. By Nathan Chen. That's the only thing written on the whole article. In Medium. Okay.
Yeah, it could be controlled up.
Look at this. The hateful Candace Owens.
Well, it's because of her comments that had to do with the because she said Christ is king, and then they labeled that as anti-Semitic, right? And,
I don't know how they can be anti-Semitic, but
it's because that's what Ben Shapiro labeled it as, and now they think that she's just anti-Jew and all this kind of stuff, and it's like just totally being blown out of proportion from what I can see. All that stuff,
I've just searched up Candace Owens flat Earth, and obviously I went to news articles. This happened a week, so this is kind of fresh. So there hasn't been much.
Fresh,
But it seems that from Boing Boing and Newsweek, both of them talk about the science being a pagan faith. And then there's one that says, I'm not a flat earther, I'm not a round earther. Actually, what I am is someone who left the cult of science. See, yeah, it is a pain. Like, oh, you can't believe science. Science brought us everything. You can't believe in chemotherapy, which chemotherapy is just radiation.
Agree with Sob just said.
I mean,
I think
yeah,
Sob just said that's quite true. You know.
Oh, and then hold on.
I just want to say thank you, Spud. He's been a member for 12 months, guys. He says message controlled opposition.
Yeah.
You never know. It could be part of it. Definitely. It's seeming to be that way.
But you'll notice
what Sob says is very true.
You'll notice the articles too is that the only other one from a month ago talking about Candace Owens from the same place says Candace Owens pivots to paleontology, calls dinosaurs absurd. Quotation mark. So then that was from a month ago. So it's like they're really trying to build like she's really uncredible. And that's what I was saying. Where if she does come out, she gets completely smeared. Done because she's going to be seen as uncredible, and then she goes on to the kind of the truthers that just want to hear this, and then she doesn't really have a crowd. But it's good that she's talking about it because, like Flatzoid said, planting.
Yeah, once you question authority, man, they're going to come down on you like a hammer.
Oh yeah.
You got to believe the popular belief. You got to fit in.
But I mean, I've been seeing this. It reminds me of when you look at Jordan Peterson. I don't know if you watched when he was talking to, I think it's Atheist Skeptic. He had an interview with him, and he asked him straight, do you believe that Jesus literally died and rose again? And Jordan Peterson's supposed to be a Christian, but he says, I can't answer that.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
It's kind of like Flat Earth Dave. Is it flat?
But listen further. And the more he had to push him, eventually says, yes, I believe Jesus died. And he says, okay, and you believe he died? I said, yes, in a sense. He says, well, why couldn't you just say that in the beginning? It's like, because I don't know what that means. I was like,
what that means.
What?
Don't you? That's very telling that if you're claiming to be a Christian, you know what I mean, but you can't claim yet, I can straight out say, I believe Jesus died and rose again from the grave.
Yeah, that Jesus defeated death. You don't know what that means. I think every Christian knows what that means and what it implies.
Yeah.
Right.
He's being deceptive then.
Yeah.
So.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So he's playing a role, kind of, you might say. He just giving a lip service.
Yeah, but that's why people make a lot of fun about Peterson. Like, just like, what do you mean with what? What do you mean with who? How do you mean with how? Because it's always, what do you mean? He doesn't know what it means.
Yeah. I think they put him out there just to keep people calm, put him in the media. It's the psychology 101.
Mm-hmm.
I happened to actually catch Notch's interview with Russian Vids. I don't know if you saw that at all.
Which
or
one?
heard about it. Notch's he did an interview.
RV was on. I haven't watched it. I saw he was on there.
Yeah. No, I ended up watching because I was like, I had to kill time waiting for guys to get through fixing something in the plant there, and as I was listening to it, it was like he really does not like Dell at all. It was pretty much the whole interview was him kind of saying not showing his dislike for Dell the whole time, and then and Dell was actually in the chat. He had a wrench, so he couldn't be taken out. But and he was like, they offered him to come on, and he goes, yeah. And Russian did say, yeah, come on here, and he did, and he refused to. So, but it was just interesting, and he's got quite the view.
Yeah, but Russian Viz has always seen Dell as controlled opposition. He has always seen him that way. We have also called out Dell on thinking like it has some weird Masonic symbolism and stuff applied to him. You know what I mean? So we've
Well,
also been.
it has to do with his tattoos and stuff.
Yeah, I was
right?
going to say,
Yeah,
especially tattoos, then there's some things he's going to pick up on that. Without
which is really weird, and the things he says is also not really great.
No.
But I've gotten to the point with Dell is like it doesn't really matter what he thinks. You know, what does it help to just fight with a guy? We can just agree to disagree and then, move on.
Well, he's on to Richie at the minute, and Richie trying to comprehend was the last one seen. They'll put out earlier on yesterday or today, maybe. Richie trying to comprehend, something like that was his video live. It was coming out.
So we got the poll going, guys. 60 votes at the moment, or 59. Candace Owens is a genuine flat earther. Yes, 15%. No, 31%. Not sure, 54%. Very interesting.
Oh, wow.
I just can't stand saying Candace because I'm so used to saying Candace. Why is it Candace? Why?
What do you mean? I thought that her name was Candace.
No, her name's Candace.
What?
It's Candace with an A, not an I.
Yeah, Candace. Candace.
No,
I would
say
every Candace I know in ever is Candace with a C.
Yeah, me too.
With an I.
But you know what's funny is like every Candace I've known, it's ACE.
Really?
But they also pronounce her as Candace.
See, how I would pronounce it is with the I is Candice. You know what I mean? That's the Candices I'm used to know. I'm used to with the I as well. But
yeah, it must be a what is it? Europe, it's the British kind of English compared to the American English linguistics. Yeah.
It's just something that bothers me. I don't know why.
Oh well, whatever. It's
yeah, it's weird that there's not the same English. So many languages, but they couldn't pick one English. They actually had to they had to change it. Oh my goodness. Or well, they couldn't stick with one English, is what I mean.
Yeah. Oh man. But yeah.
Speaking of that,
I don't know. It's just
P-Brain's little. Sorry. Did you watch?
No, go ahead.
Can you hear me? Yeah. P-Brain's little video where they're going through the translations of the Bible and how they just change one word, it would change the whole meaning of what it says.
Like you could be a Jehovah's Witness. Yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah, that one was pretty good.
When you look at John 1, when it says in the beginning God was God, and it changes to a God, that's one letter.
Well, what he was specifically saying was if they change with the translations, it's by or through Jesus, then they're taking his divinity away because then he's just a secondary. He's like used as a tool through. You know what I mean? But if it's by, then it's God. You know, he created it. God. But when it's like through him, it's like channeled through him, and that was his point. Which is actually very interesting.
He broke down the etymology of through to by and what they mean. So yeah. Well, I'm gonna go to work, guys. I'll see you later.
All right. God bless, Roger.
No problem.
Have a good day.
God bless you too, sir. All right. Bye, guys.
Come on, bro.
I will. I'll 7 o'clock here.
In the morning this time. It'll be 8.
Yeah.
Later, dude.
Yeah. All right, later. Bye, guys.
Yeah, I'm actually really liking this Bible that I got, this Sefer one.
Oh, nice.
It's a really good read. It's like I'm like kind of like it's I don't know. It's blowing my mind really, just reading this one. So.
All right, I got a video we could watch. It's called Candace Owens. Law is more ignorant than we ever imagined. It was posted 56 minutes ago, and it has her holding a flat Earth as the thumbnail. So yeah, I'll just send it. See if you can share it, or should I share it? Because it's just better. Because like
we don't know if the sound's gonna work on my side. That's the problem.
You know what? Fair. I'll just share it. Yeah, I'll just share it.
There we go.
Shopify's point-of-sale system helps you sell at every stage of your business.
Brilliant. Yeah.
This video is kindly sponsored by Shortform. The last people on earth anyone should be taking any advice from. Then I'm
He's
not
this
sure
guy.
what will. She's exposed her cards.
What? Who's this?
I find that ironic. What's this guy's name again? The last guy anybody should take advice from.
Rationality Rules.
Yeah. Oh my word.
Oh, I've seen this dude before.
Have you ever heard
okay.
Rationality
I'll pass.
Rules tries to debunk Christianity?
No, but I've heard this dude before.
No.
Oh my word. We should actually do a video on Rationality Rules sometime.
All right.
Because this is irony talking right here, guys.
And I cannot wait to share it with you guys.
What am I?
Kindly sponsored by Shortfall.
I learned something from a flat earther over the weekend who messaged me on Minect, and I cannot wait to share it with you guys.
One of my habits now is ignoring all data. Great.
If this video does not convince you that Candace Owens is one of the last people on earth anyone should be taking any advice from, then I'm not sure what will. She's exposed her cards well and truly, and if you'll give this a pass, then the world is more than I thought. As I've extensively covered on this channel, Candace's conspiracies range from the superficially plausible to the outright absurd. Ironically, she's often debunked by the very sources she presents in her favour, a good old Trojan source as we've christened it.
Did you guys find this ironic? He's playing the same card that the Globus play with us. Oh, what's McToon's first law of fluff? Own citation debunks him. What's he bringing up against Candace Owens? Her own sources debunk her.
I was gonna comment on it, but I do find it weird how he just like kind of correlates her with Andrew Tate being like, no data.
No
like
data.
this kind of like we said before, this kind of idea that they really science is like the thing that's so great in that.
Andrew Tate is an absolute asshole, but I hate to say it, he's right about a lot of things.
But you see what Andrew Tate
asshole.
You see what Andrew Tate does. The only reason he became Muslim is because he's trying to use it as a get out of jail kind of card, because
it's an ethnic
it's like
shield.
Feel sorry for the Muslims. Don't give any hate speech towards them. It's all just lies and things against them. But no, the guy's literally convicted of a whole bunch of very sick crimes and even more crimes now as well.
Oh, absolutely. Do you know
the guy is literally just a...
he's well outspoken, isn't he? But when he was in Big Brother,
he's an idiot.
He never said a word at all. He was so quiet in Big Brother when he was in the public before, and now he's just blah. But he is an idiot.
If you want to see how idiotic he is, I watched him trying to try to show someone how to do body pumps, trying to teach them how to exercise. And I was looking at it, I was like, dude, I know people that don't really know how to exercise and they'll do better work than that.
His posture's not even when he's fighting. His posture's but his posture's not good.
No, look, he wasn't bad. He wasn't bad in fighting. Okay, that's where he's got his build from, but not from gymming. When he tries to show someone, hey, this is how you must do your exercises with weights and stuff, you're thinking, dude, this is like everything you're doing is wrong. Your form is wrong. You're not even standing right. You're not doing the repetitions correct. The guy's like, he's one of those, let me be the man and talk as much as possible, but actually knows nothing.
No, that's it. But some of the things he says make sense, but he's an absolute asshole.
Yeah.
No, he doesn't know when he's right and when he's wrong, but some of the things he says just happen to hit on right. But it's just the way he presents him, the way he portrays himself is awful. The way he portrays. Yeah.
That's why I brought that up, because I just find it weird that he wanted to contrast them both when they're nothing alike. So
Despite what are, by my light, obvious errors, her audience seems unfazed, treating their intuitions as if they somehow trump facts and peer-reviewed data. Surely, though, people don't really think this way, do they? Rather, what's going on is they've been caught and they need an ad hoc escape so that they can later research and better defend their view. Well, no. It seems not, at least when it comes to Candace. In the following clips, all from just one 10-minute segment, Candace reveals her mindset.
Can you guys imagine being married to me?
I'd prefer not to.
Can you guys imagine being married to me? My poor
Oh my
No,
goodness.
thank you. I really.
I prefer not to.
her husband, he rolls over, he's like, what are you reading? And I feel like a regular wife says something, I don't know, maybe a love series, Nora Roberts, sweeping her away. Me, on the other hand, he rolled over, he asked me, and I said, oh, I'm reading a flat earth theory. And it dawned into an entire conversation.
Says, I'm reading a flat earth theory. Like,
not a theory.
A flat earth theory. Well, what does that mean? Is it more than one flat earth theories?
Yeah, no, there's the true earth.
Yeah, but that's not flat earth though.
Unless what she's reading is called a flat earth theory.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh,
Sorry,
the wheel of despair.
Dave, I hate speech too. We should use sign language, starting with a double middle finger.
You guys are just racist now, man.
And he's like, why are you reading a flat earth theory? And I'm like, because somebody messaged me on Manect about it, and they included some links, and I'm just reading them. I don't know. I'm just an interested person. No matter what, if there's a bunch of people that believe something, I now want to know what it is that they believe.
Fair enough. I do the same with Christianity. But the problem is, Candace, you've now almost certainly done more research into the flat earth than you have ever done for the spherical model.
He says he does things on Christianity, but the guy doesn't even understand what the scripture says. I can equate him to the McToon of atheistic apologetics, guys.
Yeah, I'm very interested on what he has to say about Christianity. It's gonna be an interesting one.
We'll definitely do some stuff on him. The guy's a joke.
Of course, he pushed me on this, and he was talking about the Earth curvature and science.
It's almost as if he knows you, Candace. He knows that when you say you're an interested person, you mean you're diving into conspiratorial content.
And I said to him, listen, I'm not a flat earther. I'm not a round earther.
And in his heart of hearts, he said to himself, Candace, darling,
Actually, what I am is I am somebody who has
doesn't
left
it seem to
the
you guys
cult
that he's
of
just
science.
making this just to make content? Because he actually has nothing to say.
He hasn't got anything to say. Or he wouldn't just keep swearing and beeping it out because he.
No, but that is unfortunately how he is, though.
Of course, oh, is it? I don't know. I've seen him once before, I think. But...
Oh, yeah, Moomin Rider, Aaron Raw, that guy I can't stand.
Oh, dude,
I can't stand Aaron Raw at all.
The first time I ever seen him, I was like, it was against Kent Hovind, and I can't stand the dude. Can't stand.
Look, Aaron Raw knows at least knows the subject is in. I just can't stand the condescending way he tries to talk about everything and the way he tries to bring everything, because he's a big narcissist. Only he can be correct. No one else can be correct. And if he says it has to be that way, that's how it's got to be.
When he said to Kent Hovind, he says, what was it? He says, donkeys can't talk and bats ain't birds. I'm like, oh, shut up. Bats were classified as birds because they're a winged creature. That's all. That's before they got classified. A bat wasn't classified as a bird and classified as a what is it? What is that? Whatever it's under. You know what I mean?
Yeah. This video does definitely feel like filler, and I'm glad this is hot, right? But I think Aaron Raw is like he's what most atheists think they are, and that's why, because he's like the pinnacle. Because if he has the knowledge, he knows that he can mostly beat most Christians, so he has that condescending.
You see, I rather have much more respect for Matt Delahanty than I do for Aaron Raw, because Matt Delahanty is least respectful when he goes and he debates these subjects, and he obviously he won't concede when he's wrong either. He's got to be right kind of thing, but the way he comes across at least is more respectful. You know what I mean? Yeah. Aaron Raw is literally like he treats a person like filth just because they don't agree with him. You know
right. Oh yeah, he's evil.
I mean, and this is what I'm getting from this guy.
This is exactly this guy. This guy is the atheist Muslim Dawa, guys. Literally, he's like if you get the Muslim dawas, he's the atheist dawa.
Left the cult of science, she says, while using science to broadcast her bullshit. What you mean, Candace, is that you treat science as you treat your religion, like a buffet, choosing what you want to eat and discarding the rest. You were never interested in science. You've never respected peer review. You've never acknowledged.
This is his argument. You were never interested in it, so therefore you got no way to talk about it. You're just dumb.
And I do really
that's like information agents. That's his way of thinking. You know what I mean?
I do like this weird assertion that all these globers and I guess atheists, but attacking the globe, would make that he said, "Oh, but you're broadcasting from globe was it math, right? That you're essentially the science of the globe made you able to broadcast what you're doing." When that's I don't think they know how broadcasting works in that case.
But do you see what this guy's argument is at the moment?
Yeah.
I'm telling you what you're thinking, and because I'm telling you what you're thinking, therefore you're wrong.
Yeah.
That's literally illogical.
Mm-hmm.
That there's such a thing as expertise. You haven't left anything. But for those of you who are interested in science and want to learn as much about everything as quickly as possible, especially you, my fellow crew aboard the HMS ADHD, let me introduce you to a little something that's revolutionised my approach. Short form. I've been using this tool for a few months, and so when they offered to sponsor...
you can forward this part. But anyway, while you're forwarding that, see, he's calling everybody idiots, and I can guarantee you, he doesn't know what science is himself.
He said everybody on the HMS ADHD, like everybody's ADHD. Wow.
He's trying to say everybody's idiot.
If you click on my link,
anyway,
you get a 5-day free trial.
Rationality rules. He doesn't know science, even if it hit him in the face. So that's ironic that he's saying, "Oh, you want to learn science?"
Yep.
Trial and 20% off. This is a great way to broaden your mind and, of course, support the channel. Thanks.
Actually, what I am somebody who has left the cult of science. I have left the mega church of science because what I have now realized is that science, what it is actually, if you think about it, is a pagan faith.
And this, my fellow apes, is a very typical move made by many religious people.
My fellow ape.
Yeah.
You might be an atheist.
This guy is not worth our time.
No.
Sorry.
No. It will be a fun stream, believe me.
No. This guy actually has the same mannerisms as Aaron Rod. This is funny.
Let's just say he's literally like the McToon of the atheist world.
Oh, Jesus. I mean, this is my first time watching him. Everyone hit those likes for because this guy he's not doing too good.
Guys, hit the likes, share the show. Let Rationality Rules know that the guy's an idiot.
Oh yeah, if Rationality. Imagine you, man. Would you debate this guy? Would you debate this man?
Oh yeah, I'll debate him.
All right. Everyone hit those likes.
Should I contact him and say you want to debate on the flat Earth since you think you know science?
It would be interesting. It
might be interesting, but I think it would end up being
it will be another. Let me see if I can insult the flat Earth as much as possible and have nothing to represent.
Yeah, like Aiden. I think he
got faith as.
But I have realized that I think Rationality Rules doesn't show up for debates. He's one of those that all big mouth, and then if he just rather makes a response video rather than going and debating.
It does feel like it's actually for content for him.
It's all just content. That's all it is. That's why I said he's like the atheist dawa. It's just it's just to keep his gullible followers interested and thinking he's right, and it's just to get the clicks.
I'm seeing it now. Yeah, he is the atheist dawa. Yeah, you're actually right, 100%.
On par with their own religious faith. But I'm not here to talk about the equivocation of the word faith. No, there's much more interesting stuff here.
Because what I have now realized is that science, what it is actually, if you think about it, is a pagan faith. I'm gonna give you an example of exactly what it is I'm talking about in case you think you disagree. A woman tweeted this.
Candace gives an example of a random person on Twitter 4 years ago saying that the IUD, you know, the copper coil birth control, is ineffective and dangerous.
It's literally a copper device that is inserted into a woman to make it so
Doesn't
that
he
she
know that?
does not become pregnant. It's birth control, and yes, it is marketed.
What did you say?
Did you not know that this? You probably don't know it because you're quite young.
Yes.
They inserted because they try and it was used as birth control. It's almost like a T device made out of copper, and it actually ends up making a person, the woman, sick. I mean, it poisons them in the long run.
I suppose his argument is that it's from a tweet and not from an actual source, but this comes from it's just a person sending it to her, right? So
yeah, there's actual we can't really talk about it on YouTube, but it's bad.
I think he's
Let's
just
see what his response is to this.
I do think the rest of this is just going to be about her being like a anti-science and stuff, attacking.
No, that's cool. That's good.
As both safe and effective. All the best stuff, by the way, is marketed as safe and effective.
Because it is. IUDs are 99% effective. I would know.
It is, he says. Wow. Okay.
Not only due to the evidence, but also my wife has one, and all risks are minuscule. In fact, for an average person in the US, the risk of serious complications from an IUD is lower than the risk of being in a car accident in a given year, regardless of how often they drive or ride cars. But why would Candace care? She doesn't value facts, does she?
I mean, do you want a response to his response? Because I don't know. He's like, my wife has one, and they're not bad.
Okay, Yale Medicine. What are the side effects of the risk of IUD? The most common reasons for IUD removal are irregular bleeding and cramping. Hormonal IUDs can cause irregular bleeding during the first several months after insertion. Some women will stop having periods altogether. The likelihood of this depends on the type.
Okay.
Also, my wife has one.
Wait. Let me just put it on screen for you. Well, we'll get back to yours now.
Yeah.
Oh, did I end up? Okay, I got it there. See, this is the IUD. This is what it says, like a T. You see that? So yeah.
So I was backstage, but.
Oh, he's back in. What's up, Dave? Good to see you, man.
Hey.
There you go.
I don't see myself on here.
Yeah, I gotta put it this way. There. What's up?
Not a whole lot. See how that thing works is it goes up there like that, and them little critters get confused by that little twisty thing, see, and they get lost. That's how that works.
Yep. And it's copper.
Yeah.
And there's been a lot of people having issues with this, so the guy's definitely not being very honest with how he's saying, "Oh, it's very safe."
Yeah.
I don't think you're supposed to be messing. You ain't supposed to be messing with that, man. You ain't supposed to fuck with that cycle.
No, that's it. Is that what they call the coil, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Vicky used to have one. She got it taken out years ago. Yeah. Yeah, you shouldn't be messing about with that. Definitely not.
So, his other argument, besides many women have them, is that the complications are rare. So, I'm not sure if they're rare or not, but that would be.
Okay.
Those are all the complications that we know of that show themselves on a physical manifestation, and somebody goes to the doctor and says, "Hey, I'm having this problem." And then they say, "Oh, it's because of this." You have no idea. There could be other things that are completely not even involved. You know what I'm saying? Or you wouldn't consider to be involved. It's like you could have a pain in your stomach. Like my dad, he had this pain in his side for a long time. Went to the doctor. Doctor told him it was a spastic colon. Tried to give him a special diet and all this. They even did exploratory surgery trying to find out what it was, right? He ended up going to a chiropractor, and because of the fact that one leg was just a little bit shorter than the other due to a car accident when he was a teenager, his pelvis was tilted and a nerve was pinched. And because his pelvis was tilted, his spine was pinching a nerve, which caused the pain in his colon. It had nothing to do with his colon at all. It was another part of his body, and this part reacted because of it. So, these other ailments that these people are having may actually be a result of this foreign object being in their body. And then the doctor's treating a symptom, not the patient, gives that person, goes and tries to treat that symptom based on what they think that it's caused by.
Well, I actually know a female that she took it as birth control, and she can't have children today thanks to that. So, yeah, tell me it's safe again. Anyway, look at this. This was in 2021, guys. Of the nearly 40,000 reports filed with the FDA on Paragard, more than 15,600 have involved serious complications, including entropic pregnancy, broken IUDs, organ damage, as well as hysterectomies and other surgeries to remove the IUD. Another, how common is it? 10 to 20% of patients. So the IUD uterus is uncommon, occurring in not one low-risk patients. IUD explosion is common.
A tiny number.
Approximately 3 to 11%. IUD malposition is very common, occurring in 10 to 20% of patients. I'm sorry, I don't think it would be something I'd really trust.
No.
So this guy just wrong again. Jeez.
Are 99% effective.
He's trying to make it more safe than it
due
actually
to the evidence.
He's trying to make it sound more safe than it is.
I mean, yeah, I don't deny that there can be cases where it works, but
honestly.
Doesn't value facts, does she? She doesn't value reason. She doesn't value science. She'd rather trust some rando on Twitter who promotes views she agrees with.
I have suffered from this condition of not trusting authorities when they say something to me that is so obviously stupid my entire life.
I'm glad you recognize the condition, Candace, but it's more of a bias known as the Dunning-Kruger effect. It's
always this, man.
You see why I call him the McToon of the atheists?
Jeez. They overuse that in the word salad shit all the time. Word salad, Dunning-Kruger. You can placate them real easy, though. All you have to do is just show them this. That's it, right here. Gravity, look, ooh, gravity.
That's crazy.
The phase that most of us go through, but fortunately most of us emerge from it. It occurs when people with limited knowledge or expertise in a specific domain overestimate, often grossly, their own knowledge or ability.
I just know things because I've been around.
Second, a failure to recognize genuine skill or expertise in others.
And yes, it is marketed as both safe and effective. All the best stuff, by the way, is marketed as safe and effective.
Third, an inability to accurately assess one's own incompetence.
Yeah.
Just
have you ever heard? Has this guy ever heard of the phrases "look in the mirror hard" or "have you taken the bulk out of your own eye"?
Yeah. Take the plank out of your own eye, where you can help someone else. Yeah.
It's amazing that he's claiming Dunning-Kruger on her. Literally,
when he's the epitome of it.
What is this artwork he's got back there behind him in the first place, man?
I think he's a hectic gamer into World of Warcraft and
that would explain a lot.
Knowledge. These individuals can't accurately evaluate their own limitations.
When they say something to me that is so obviously stupid.
In Candace's case, her stating that she doesn't trust scientific data or authorities when they say something she perceives as obviously stupid is a very obvious manifestation of this effect. She knows fuck all about fuck all, but can't see it.
I have suffered from...
It's weird how he bleeps the first clue and then just does it for
Wait. Guys, isn't it a common knowledge that people fake scientific data?
Yeah.
Yeah. So can you just trust scientific data just because it says something?
I mean, no.
Yeah.
I don't. This guy is like...
From this condition of not trusting authorities when they say something to me that is so obviously stupid my entire life.
Anyhow, from here, Candace praises Andrew Tate.
I know a lot of people feel that they don't understand why he has the platform that he has, but I found this clip to be extremely interesting. Take a listen.
One of my habits now is ignoring all data. It's great. I love when people come to me and say, actually, we've got the data to prove. To prove what, you little What are you going to prove to me? I can prove to you that the ice caps are melting. There's ice in my water right now. I'm going to leave the water unattended until the ice melts.
It stays
Will
the same
the water
level.
overflow out of the cup?
No.
No.
Wow. Just...
Yeah. And so that
Wow.
shows the data wrong. Because what is climate change activists pushing?
Flooding.
The ice caps are melting. Oh, be fearful. It's going to flood.
Because the cows are farting, man.
Ridiculous claim anyway.
The irony of this guy thinking that what was just said was wrong. I don't like Andrew Tate at all, but what he just said was correct.
Completely.
You guys want to hear?
Already water displacement with the ice caps there. If they melt, it's going to be no different. The water level needs to be the same.
And I
You guys want to hear a
Candace-
fun fact? You want to hear a fun fact? That's 90% of the methane in the atmos is created by, yes, termites.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
Termites. Because they're constantly eating cellulose, breaking it down, and turning it into methane gas all the time. I remember that. I've known that since the 80s, man. 70s, probably.
Then Sal says that's ice in water. Ice caps aren't in water and will indeed increase water level.
So wait a minute. Is he saying that there's land under the ice in the north?
Oh, man.
Is that what he's saying? There's land under the ice in the north?
Apparently.
Because I don't see any land under the ice on the north. In fact, it just shows a blank area there. There's nothing there.
Yeah.
Glenn, let's put it this way. Ice has been melting for how long now? Let's take the last 200, 300 years. Ice been melting, okay? There's a lot less ice now. Has the water level risen?
No, I see pictures taken of coastlines from the late 1800s, early 1900s, and then just like this week, and it's the same.
Yeah.
Yep.
But yet we're going to flood.
Wow.
They just got that little doom goblin out there, and you can pick on her now because she's over 18. So that little doom goblin coming out there, going, "How dare you!" You know, and fuck her.
Oh, out of the cup. No.
Wow. Just wow. Wow. Okay, Andrew, why don't you sit your little bitch ass down? Because here's a basic lesson you'll refuse to hear. Sea ice is frozen seawater that floats on the ocean.
Yeah. As much as I don't like Andrew Tate,
Still kick your ass.
you would smack him through the face. If you said that in his face. One thing that Andrew Tate's not is a bitch ass.
No.
If we would put it that way. The guy's not afraid to say his mind.
Here's a basic lesson you'll refuse to hear. Sea ice is frozen seawater that floats on the ocean surface, just like the ice in your cup.
There's ice in my water right now.
When sea ice melts, it doesn't significantly change sea levels.
Will the water overflow out of the cup? No.
And it won't overflow because the ice already displaces its weight while floating. This is known as Archimedes' principle.
No.
No, it is, Andrew. For real. But get this. Land ice does cause sea levels to rise.
I love when people come to me and say,
Okay,
actually, we've got the
You
data
just
to
made a
prove.
claim.
Land ice.
Land ice, not ice caps.
So he just made a claim. Can he prove it?
No.
Nope.
Maybe we'll see. I mean, he's saying that. Hold on, we'll see.
To prove
Oh my
what?
God. Water levels.
Andrew, it's
have
not
risen around the
data, it's-
world. What a load of garbage. Bob knew.
Basic logic, bro.
He said it's basic. He said it's not data. It's basic logic.
Basic logic, bro.
Oh,
man.
jeez.
Excellent.
Come on. You've
Yeah.
been around, haven't you?
Because
No,
I've just
technical
been
algorithm
around.
evidence.
gosh.
Tell you what, put some ice above the cup so that, as it melts, it drips into it, and guess what? The cup will overflow.
No.
Yes, Andrew, trust me, bro, trust me.
If you
That's
even
not
look
what
at
he was
data
saying,
nowadays,
though, was it, dude?
He's talking about land ice. Apparently, that Andrew's analogy would be wrong.
Yeah.
Look,
but-
obviously, if ice is gonna melt on land and flow as water into
That's different.
whatever, there's gonna be adding more water.
Mm.
But the Earth is so big, as they put it, there wouldn't be any difference.
Yeah, he talked about the displacement of the ice caps. That's why it wouldn't overflow some.
Exactly, because land ice is not ice caps, is it? The ice caps is the actual icebergs, isn't it?
Yeah, it's already in the water.
Mm-hmm. Which is already causing displacement. So no level change.
And I can ask anybody just to go look at important monuments through the last 200, 300 years if you want to, and look at water levels. They're exactly the same as today.
you should just know. Street smart people don't need data. We've just been around. You know? I've just been around. I just know things.
No, Bob Noodle, we're
because
not
I've just been
defending
around.
All right.
Tate. I think he's a moron.
Oh,
We're just trying to point out.
Shut up.
We're just trying to point
You're
out
just
that
a-
what he said based on ice melting in water, the water level doesn't rise. He's correct.
Prove-
in that.
Yeah.
Provable sea level rise? What the fuck are you talking about, Bob?
I'm not talking about bending him.
I mean, if there's a
Wow.
it is just like I think obviously we disagree with Andrew Tate as the person, but what he's saying in this clip is
completely right.
So it's the same thing as saying like I disagree with Muslims, but since a Muslim has a clip of him saying you should be nice, I can't agree with that, right? So
Well, it's as simple, man. It's like if you were crossing a street and Charles Manson said, "Look out for that car," would you just blow it off and let the car fucking hit you because it came from Charles Manson? For Christ's sake.
Exactly.
Learn to use discernment. You can't throw everything out, based on your personal feelings about somebody's take on different issues, I'm sure that you could sit in a room with Adolf Hitler and say, "Hey, it's a nice day today, isn't it?" And he says, "Yes, it is." And you both agree on that. Does that make you a Nazi now? No, it doesn't. You see, that's the ridiculous place where people's brains are at right now. It really is this team mentality shit that they're going through.
Yeah.
I can see that you're a lost cause, Andrew. Ignorance truly is bliss.
Ignorance is bliss.
I've just been around. I just know things because
Why
I've
is he
just
sitting
been
like
around.
Honestly, that
No, that was a clip from The Matrix. That's a guy that sells that. Yeah.
No, I'm talking about Andrew Tate. Why is he sitting so weirdly there?
Oh yeah.
What you saying? He's sitting like a duck, isn't he? He's like pushing his stomach out, his ass out, and his stomach forward, and pulling up his legs. And he I don't know if it's his underwear, if he's actually wearing kickboxing shorts. I think he's wearing kickboxing shorts.
He loves himself.
Oh, he does love himself. He does love himself.
He loves himself.
Yeah.
Sorry, it was roboting for me.
Because I've just been around.
honestly, that is so relatable to me. I can't even explain it. I just know things because I've been around, because there are so many scenarios that I find myself in where I'm unable to articulate the point. I'm unable to articulate the natural reaction that I have when somebody tries to sell me garbage. I can't articulate it when somebody explains to me, well, the moon landings definitely happened because this, and the firmament, and they could get, and I'm just like, no, I don't know, instinctually, it just doesn't.
Candace, people who say the moon landings happened don't subscribe to a firmament. You're very confused. The flat Earth.
Why does he keep on bringing up this?
She didn't say it in like, oh man.
She didn't say it that way. She was just listing off spilling off a list of things.
Yeah, she's making a point that she can't articulate it really well. And by the way, didn't he argue and said that she was praising Andrew Tate? She didn't once praise him on there. She just said, I can appreciate what he said, yeah, because this is the reason. Because I struggle to articulate things.
Well, how does this guy have any skin in the game to begin with?
Well, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
like, why is this all of a sudden? Has he done a lot of videos about Candace Owens, or is this now
No,
just because he said about flat Earth?
No, this guy just does stuff about Christianity. He's a full-blown atheist trying to debunk Christianity, and the more he tries to do so, the more he just shows to be a knob.
I would suppose he's been commentating on Candace Owens since she's become Catholic.
Yeah. Remember, the
Just
people
believe
actually,
in
Candace Owens is like the hot topic at the moment, so obviously he's going to comment on it.
Yeah, fair.
a firmament, not people that believe we got to the moon.
Why is he
Christ on a
doing this,
bike.
by the way?
You're too
Is that what
deep.
flat Earth looks like?
He's a retard. That's why.
Yeah.
No.
He did just say that, like, hold on, I'll just play his full thing.
Look at that. That's not how flat Earth
You're
looks.
very confused.
Yeah, I know.
The flat-
What's it all about? It's got like it's convex on top, but it's got corners and flat.
But the irony of them saying, "Oh, you're very confused. You don't know what you're talking about." Literally, what he's got on screen now isn't what flat Earth is.
Earth is
Yeah, that's kind of like a simulation.
And you'll see. Hold on, wait. I just wanted to state his claim because he says something during this.
Things happened. Don't subscribe to a firmament. You're very confused. The flat earthers believe in a firmament, not people that believe we got to the moon.
He actually thought that's what Candace said. Oh my goodness.
Christ on a bike. You're too deep and interested.
Well, the moon landings definitely happened because this, and the firmament, and they could get, and I'm just like, no, I don't know. Instinctually, it just doesn't register to me. It just feels like that is a lie. And I didn't realize that. I've been thinking deeply about it.
No. She never said that. She was just listing things off.
He's just making assumptions about what she's.
You guys, but look how dumb he really is. Oh, it happened because this and this. But because the firmament, that means that's against the moon landing, bro. Do you know how word structures work? Her argument is because of the firmament, you idiot.
Mm-hmm.
Because
About
of
this
you
pagan
can't go
cult.
to the moon. Did he even listen to what she said?
Yeah. I don't think he did.
That we exist in. It is backed by a false science deity. That is what it is. It is the science. Oh, this is the new God, and it is incredible to see the ways in which people worship this deity, right?
My dudes, does this sentiment from Candace and Andrew not perfectly encapsulate the core issue we're facing today?
No. It's true.
What is the issue? What's
that
the issue
people
that they made?
People are speaking out against lies.
Yeah.
And also, this is good because the clip that we showed earlier didn't show Candace talking about this little parts. This is good. But yeah. Ugh.
Yeah, because that's just a short clip taken out of a whole hour video, though.
Oh, yeah.
That's why. I didn't want to play the whole hour video because hopefully, it's got nothing to do with this, what we were talking about.
Yeah.
It's just that little
There's no
segment
thing.
that's got to do with flat Earth.
Because I've just been around.
Figures like these aren't merely disagreeing about the facts. No, they're disagreeing that there are facts to begin with. Andrew rejects that sea levels are rising because he didn't pay attention to the claim.
I love when people come to me and say, actually, we've got the data to prove what, you little
Meanwhile, Candace isn't a round earther because, well...
No, I don't know. Instinctually, it just doesn't register to me. It just feels like that is a lie.
Andrew claims that the establishment is trying to keep you in the Matrix.
The data's from the Matrix, and you are the Matrix, and the Matrix is full of lies.
While Candace claims that the establishment is trying to convert you to some pagan cult.
Oh, this is the new God, and it is...
Pause quickly.
Oh,
Dude,
Lord.
you're literally in a pagan cult. You're an atheist.
I know. I know.
Wow.
He's literally in a pagan cult.
Well, can we not disagree on a load of things and agree on a couple? You know what I mean? That happens in life.
Total ignorance.
Also, I like how we made a claim that we just don't have a truth. Not that we can't subscribe to a truth, but there is no truth. right? It's kind of weird. I don't know what his position really is, but he's definitely misunderstanding what they're saying. Like,
yeah, he doesn't understand it. He's that's why I've seen this as well. When they go, even David Wood and Apostle Prophet, they did something on as well. They came up with the same thing. The guy doesn't understand what is being said, or he's very dishonest and he does want to misrepresent what is being said. I on the other hand think it's both.
Yeah. Third option. I like it.
Nice.
It's incredible to see the ways in which people worship this deity.
In the case of these two, the Dunning-Kruger effect isn't just a quirk of human psychology, it's their worldview. They don't just overestimate their knowledge in one area, they apply their overestimation to all aspects of life and knowledge. They've convinced themselves that their intuition and personal experiences supersede decades, sometimes centuries of rigorous scientific research and expert consensus.
Okay.
You know,
Rigorous scientific research on what, please?
Yeah.
Present it to us, please.
That nice.
He just assumes it's there.
That nice little man. Actually, I can't even think of anything. I can't even. I was gonna make a joke, but I can't even make a joke. This guy is like. I guess broadcasting would be his argument, like he said earlier. But like, man, this guy's nothing. He's just making claims, right? Again, like it does feel like it's content, right? Not really. Yeah.
They both could benefit from Candace's ex-employer, Ben Shapiro.
Facts don't care about your feelings.
By dismissing scientific consensus as a pagan cult, these people create a world where any wild idea can be given equal weight to established fact. And this explains a lot about the utterly bizarre conspiracy.
Sorry?
I just said these are assumed facts. That's the problem. He's saying that, facts are these facts are. It's like, well, no, these are assumed facts because you've supposedly have proven something that really doesn't happen because of you try and prove something with math, and that just isn't fact.
Yeah. I haven't been really pausing it because he's just making a bunch of claims with the same assertion that they are right, and that these people are just disagreeing with it because it's their own intuition that they don't have fact. So
Roger has something to say here. So
yeah, idiots rule, man, and it's making me get dumber by the minute listening to this stuff. That's all I got to say.
You lose IQ points listening to a guy like this.
Yeah, like holy crap. And they did their life is one big assumption about everything without any investigation in it. Topics. It's just if you review a topic now, you're an idiot. And so they're trying to demonize the smart folks. That's all I want to say. I gotta go back to work. Bye, guys.
All right.
Conspiracies that vitiate so many minds these days, doesn't it? This rejection of expertise and reliance on gut feelings isn't just limited to scientific topics, it extends to a wide range of issues. Take QAnon. This elaborate conspiracy theory claims that a secret cabal of Satan-worshipping pedophiles is running a global child trafficking ring and plotting against former US President Donald Trump.
Have to say,
despite its outlandish...
At least he does bleep out his vulgarness, unlike Sean Hawkins.
Yeah.
Claims and lack of evidence, many far-right individuals fervently believe in it. Then there's election fraud.
Lack of evidence for QAnon? I don't know, but I mean, QAnon was kind of like a subsect, but like they have some truth, right? So it's, I don't know. Again, he's operating under the false assumption that we have no fact, and it's based off of empirical or not empirical, but self evidence, like what we, yeah.
Well, the thing about
baseless
it
claims
is like he's pushing something and trying to conglomerate things together that have nothing to do with each other. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like the child trafficking and stuff, right? That happens. It's been happening for hundreds of years. So it's a fact, and he's basically saying that he's trying to put it all together as if it doesn't happen, you know. So
yeah. No, yeah, like we said earlier, it's like the crowd that tries to call the conspiracy theorists in general crazy, right? Yeah.
Widespread voter fraud in the 2020 US presidential election continue to circulate despite numerous court cases and audits finding no evidence of significant fraud.
If you count the legal votes, I easily win.
As covered in this video, thanks to Andrew, climate change denial is a massive one.
I can prove to you that the ice caps are melting.
Despite overwhelming
Okay, guys,
scientific
climate
consensus,
change denial. Is there any evidence that there's climate change?
No.
No.
They can change maps. Let me tell you something they're doing to try to seed this in people's heads. You can go back and look from like 10 years ago at a local weather forecast, and they have the map of the area you live in up there with the temperatures. And look during the summer, right? And then bring one up from recently. They've made the map red. The numbers are all the same. All they've done is change the color to red so that it now looks like it's more hot than what it ever was. And it's the exact same.
That's it.
You know, I mean, it's we go through these cycles. Yeah, and like we're having like some extreme heat right now here in North America where I'm at, about the 38th parallel. And it's 92 degrees Fahrenheit, whatever that is in Celsius. It's almost 100 degrees out there, you know, with the sun beating down on you. But that's not constant. We don't get that all the time. Hell, they just started doing that. So these people in they're it's psychological warfare, but you can do that. You look at the maps and it'll still show. Now what they do is they've got the same temperatures as it was, but they've changed the area, the numbers to red, or they changed the area to red so that it looks like it's really bad. See,
and I like what you said about the psychology, because I feel like this has to do with this whole point that we've been talking about today, is that it is the psychology of them trying to
absolutely.
Yeah, I just want to show you guys something, okay?
Yeah. Yep.
This is the waterfront in Cape Town, VA waterfront. The water level used to be up there at a stage.
Mm.
Look where it is now.
Oh, interesting.
Tell me, is the water level rising?
No, it doesn't look like it.
Yeah, just thought I'd show that.
Interesting.
Interesting.
I mean, yeah. I guess we told people to search them up, but if they don't want to search them up, we showed them. And everyone that's watching, hit those likes.
Yeah, hit the like, share the show, guys.
Many continue to deny the reality of climate change, and especially human-caused climate change. Or consider the vaccine microchip mayhem.
That there's a microchip in the vaccine.
The idea that COVID-19 vaccines contain microchips for tracking people has been widely debunked, yet it persists among conspiracy theorists.
Okay, wait.
I often look at these wild...
How's it
it's to say, not saying they're doing it now, it's to say in the future they could do it, you twat. Does the guy know anything about nanotechnology? Probably not.
Yeah. Not only is that wrong, it's just also just
no.
He's like, this really is like what we said. It's like trying to put them all together, right? Like
yeah, he's putting all the different conspiracies in one basket.
Yeah.
But the thing is now, the irony of this guy is the same thing he's trying to say Candace and Tate is doing. You know, they're just ignoring it. It's the same thing he's doing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Old conspiracies and think to myself, what the actual fuck are they thinking?
No, I don't know. Instinctually, it just doesn't register to me. It just feels like that is a lie.
But as Candace and Andrew have revealed here, they're not thinking.
Yeah, right? It's called having discernment.
Mm-hmm. But it's amazing.
They rely entirely.
He'll do these cherry-picked parts out of what they say, and he goes on in like an argument like they're actually doing a rebuttal to what he's saying. In the meantime, their argument had nothing to do with what he's talking about now, and it was done ages before he made this video.
Yeah, it really does feel dishonest, especially with the, I mean, like we've said, but I'm just saying it again, especially with the way like
he's trying to make it look like they're saying something they're not really saying.
Yeah, exactly.
And Andrew have revealed here, they're not thinking at all. They rely entirely on raw emotion, raw intuition, and this is why such mad ideas are rife.
Because I've just been around.
Their mindset creates the perfect storm for conspiracy theories to flourish. When data is dismissed, experts are distrusted, and personal intuition is elevated above evidence, any idea, no matter how outlandish, can gain traction if it aligns with one's pre-existing beliefs or biases.
This guy does actually this guy does feel like the articles. So it's good that we got this video. This feels like the articles that were put out about this. And that's what they're trying to paint it as. That's what they're trying to paint it as an anti-science attack.
But that's what I say. It feels like they're trying to say because of flat Earth, it's dangerous because it puts people into these big conspiracy theories that are just dangerous.
Yeah.
You know? And it's all flat Earth's fault. That's how it's looking to me, like a trend's coming out that way. If you're a flat earther, you're a science denier. So if you look into it, you guys are in dangerous territory.
Yeah.
Don't go look into it because you're going to be looking into things that are science denying and it's bad.
Yeah, no, I say science denying, but when I'm saying it's like it is flat Earth because that's what she's talking about, and that's the main one.
The bottom of the line is they're going to rope all this as flat Earth started all this.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it does seem like it's the oldest one. Like, what could really be older than what shape the Earth is?
Worse, and this really is the worst part of it all. This approach is utterly self-reinforcing. Once someone adopts this mindset, they become more likely to dismiss any evidence that contradicts their beliefs as part of the cult of science or as part of the matrix, making it extremely hard to change their minds or introduce new information.
Science, what it is actually, if you think about it, is a pagan faith.
In essence, what Candace and Andrew are promoting isn't just skepticism or critical thinking.
Okay,
it's a
what's
wholesale
Andrew,
rejection.
What's Andrew got to do with what she just said there?
I guess because she shared his clip, because she agreed with what he said in that clip. I mean, yeah, it's again more false equivocation. Like just, I don't know.
We use to
and what do you think he's actually going to rebut what she just said though?
Probably not. I don't think he has this whole time. I mean, he showed like one thing, and you'll notice that he said they won't like see evidence that goes against them. If he saw the evidence that we showed for the IUDs, for example, in contradiction to what he showed, do you think that he would agree with that?
And there's
Maybe
much
not.
more can be shown on it, but yeah,
Exactly.
just quick show, yeah.
So this guy is. I don't really know if you should watch a video about him and Christianity. I mean, if it's funny, yeah, go ahead. But this feels like exhausting.
And reality. By encouraging their followers to trust only their instincts and reject established knowledge, they're creating a world where conspiracy theories aren't just plausible, they're inevitable. But you know what? When they're caught out, when it's just too insane, you know what they could do? They could just say it was a joke. I was only joking. Of course I know how ice melts. But still, the Matrix is out to get you. Of course, I was only joking. Yeah, I'm not really someone that's for the flat Earth. But, you know, I was just making a more broader point. And they're all...
No one concedes like that. Who says it's a joke?
Wow. But do you see what I said? You see what's going to happen? Look.
Oh, yeah,
tying
flat
it
Earth.
all to
Yeah,
flat Earth. Tying it all to flat Earth.
Yeah.
Audience will help them do it. They'll help them Mott and Bailey. They'll make an absolutely stupid claim, and then the audience will help them retreat to a stronger claim.
Have you seen that graph thing, that meme, where you have the most stupid people and the most intelligent people do the same thing? Then you have the midwit in the middle.
Whoa,
Data's
we can use
for
this.
midwits.
We can use the exact same thing he just did, guys. Andrew Tate was talking about Dunning-Kruger, and this guy just used. He didn't know about Dunning-Kruger before this video of Andrew Tate, so He stole the information of Andrew Tate having Dunning-Kruger, and he tried to use it in his video. There we go. You can do the same as Rationality Rules. Just make shit up. Because that's not what his argument was, but we can say that is.
Exactly.
Those midwits know more than you ever will, Andrew. Like how ice works.
No.
If you won't read a book, let alone the data, maybe, just maybe, try short form. Once again, a big thank you to short form. Please.
Oh my god.
Thank you. That was at least a good laugh.
Yes.
He is a complete moron. Sorry.
Like,
yeah, you know that little graph that they showed with the 3 faces on there. He's the one on the far left.
Yeah, no, it's weird how he said like that's an IQ graph. That's not like a. That's
Exactly.
Not like
that's why I said he's on the
that's
far
weird.
left.
That's weird how he said that the mid people will actually know more than the like. Anyways, Candace Owens. Anything anyone else wants to say about what's situation?
Yeah, I'm not sure whether I don't. I'm not sure. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it being said, but I don't think she's being serious. I think it's just a stunt, some sort of I don't know, a controlled op.
Yep.
Yeah, no, I feel the same way, but I do feel as if we have to see, right? We have to wait until time and see, because it could definitely be like I don't know, like a Kanye thing where she just does like what Kanye did with the tiny hat people, she does with the flat Earth, right? But yeah, no, I don't know. It's
Look, anytime one of these big names comes out there, wherever the people need a hero, we shall provide it. This we've heard this before, okay? There's a reason these people are called media influencers.
That's right.
Okay? They get these people out there. They're meant to be pleasing in some way to your eye. You know, it's got to catch your eye. And they're going to be real popular, and they're going to say a bunch of shit that you want to hear. Okay? And this is how they build up the presence. This is how they get the thing. And then they say things. All right. Now, I think on one hand, it's a good thing. Of course, they have to play it this way. Flat Earth, of course, is going to permeate into some of these people because, after all, we've already had some people come out and admit that are, of notoriety that they believe the Earth is not a globe. And they get a ration of shit for it. So what they got to do, it's supposed to go naturally like this. They're right now, this is all part of this counteroffensive that they're on right now because the amount of people that are blowing up with flat Earth, and it's really wrecking them in their face. It's not working.
That's desperation.
Yep.
And I mean, this is the same thing that they've been attempting to do, like with Christianity. I mean, like we were just talking about Kanye West. I mean, he all of a sudden came out, oh, I'm a Christian, having his own Christian music and all that, and then afterwards now trying to start his own porn label.
I will say when I said give me an example, I did think after when I was playing the video that he's the only other example I can think of. The Christian who kind of came out as the truther. And then, of course, he had like that weird birthday party with all that like weird ritual stuff going on.
Yeah.
So it's yeah.
But you see, that's what I'm saying. That's how it is, because now it's like attack on, oh, look how Christians are. They're not. They can do what they want. They think because they can sin, they can just go on. They'll just ask forgiveness and be fine. And that's the whole thing what Kanye West did with Christianity. And now this is the same thing that all these big names do with flat Earth. Oh, the Earth's flat and stuff, and then we're just denying science.
Yeah. Well, this is the whole thing. They want us to call their nonsense science. And then they can say that when you call it out as nonsense, that you're going against science. No, I say, show me the science in your nonsense first. I'm not denying science. I'm denying nonsense that you call science. Okay, so you first show me the science behind that shit, and we're going to go right back to the basics of it. The shit they floated past you before you had critical thinking abilities.
Yeah, exactly. it seems like that the rationale in people has just gone way down. It keeps going down and down the further that we get closer to his coming, you know?
Yep. And what is this obsession with these idiots in the third grade? So often I say, oh, you flunked out of third grade. Didn't you ever make it past third grade? And I was thinking, you know, I think third grade's when they really start blowing this planets and bullshit at you.
Yeah.
And that's about the mental maturity age that these people drop to when they get into an argument with you. They get mad, and it's very, very short time before they're using the I'm rubber, you're glue. You know, it's like, oh my God, what is wrong with you?
Yeah.
But it is that way.
I know you are, but what am I?
Yes.
You know, that one there, eh?
and really, a lot of these people, you know, unfortunately, if anybody is familiar with Married with Children, and Ted Bundy topped out in high school. That was the high point of his whole life, was being the football guy at Polk High. That was his total thing right there, right? Yeah. And unfortunately, that's what a lot of these people, some place in their academic life was their high point in their life, and they trying desperately to cling on to that shit.
Yeah,
they really.
But
feel
I mean,
like
if you look at that story with like the Bundys, they try to make it look like, oh, you see, if you drop out of school, you're gonna be an idiot, you're gonna be a loser, you're gonna, you know, everything is gonna be, you're just gonna stay dumb, which goes against actually how many people have dropped out of school, been very successful in life, very intelligent. It's always they want to go against. If you go against the norms, then you're an idiot. They try and demonize it as much as possible. And I mean, they're doing this now with homeschooling as well. They don't want people to homeschool children. And they're saying, oh, you're just making your children stupid and idiots. And then you look at some of the people that were homeschooled, some of the most intelligent people around. You know what I mean? It's like, what's wrong with people?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything that goes against the norm gets demonized.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, they rely on this. This is what you've been programmed, is to go with the flow, go in a single file, follow the guy in front of you. You know, be all on the same team. You know, we're a team. You know, that kind of bullshit. And oh, you're not playing along with the team. And it's like, well, no, because your team sucks. You know, I'm looking at this from a different standpoint here. You guys are trying to play football, and I'm wanting to play golf. Get out of here. You know. But they rely on that, and you know, and so consequently, everybody else nags at you when you're not going the same direction as the rest of the sheep. You can actually learn a lot about people by watching sheep. It's amazing. You can get them used to going through a certain gate, and then remove the fencing and leave the gate, and they'll all crowd to go through.
Programmed to that, yeah.
Yes. Yes. This is exactly how people are. You're not doing something. I love to do shit that'll just kind of fuck people up, and they don't even know what it is I'm doing. Like, try walking with your hands like this by your side, right? And don't swing them. Just walk with your hands with your palms facing back, and don't.
It won't feel natural.
People will be like, they'll realize something's not right, but they're not able to figure out what. It's wild. Yeah, I know it's cruel.
Or you know what you do is you go into an elevator and face the back wall. Yeah, just face the back wall. People come in and go, what the hell?
Tell you, best one is go into an elevator, open it when the door opens, and you step in. If there's a bunch of people, just look at them all and say, "I guess you're all wondering why I've gathered you here today."
But now that you were talking about this now, it makes me think of a quote-unquote experiment that they did, a psychological experiment, where it was quite a while back, where they took actors, and they took real people coming in. They would sit on a chair and wait for an interview or something. And then they would have fake actors come in and they would sit and then they would have a clock or something go off every 3 or 4 minutes.
Oh,
And every time the clock went off, they'd all stand up and they'd clap hands, and then they'd sit down.
That's right.
And they'd have that person that's not acting, like looking what the hell's going on. And next time the clock goes up, to keep with the norm, they stand up and clap hands and sit down. And eventually, all the actors are gone, and just the normal people coming that's not going on are following that same strategy. They're getting programmed to think that's how it has to be done.
To the point where there's only one person left.
There's nobody acting anymore. They all think this is how it has to be done.
This happens to the point where there's one person left, and that one person is still doing it. And that was the first person that came in and thought, what the hell's going on here?
Or the best thing is when you stand out in a big crowded street, and you just stand there and just look up like that and just go and just point up, and everyone will stop and start looking. It's like, what the heck? It can cause accidents too.
I think this has been shown a lot. Like the other examples would be the monkeys with the where if they try to get the banana, the water gets sprayed, and then it essentially just makes the monkeys like aggressive to the other monkey, and everyone knows not to grab the banana or else they'll get sprayed. Then over time they obviously take off the spraying, and then it still continues. No one, and then the other one, this was actually shown in The Office, funnily enough, where Jim and the other guy Dwight, he played a little sound and gave him a snack every time, and it was like a dog thing where every time a sound would play, Dwight would hold out his hand for like a treat because he knew because it was like a signal. Right? So, yeah.
Well, more disturbing is the Milgram experiment that exemplifies that whole thing even more. That a person will go to the extent of physically harming another person based on the direction of a perceived authority.
Oh, you mean where they did the college experiment where they did the prison and the prisoners and the wardens?
No. What they did is they went in there and they took this guy and they said they was going to ask these people a question. They're on the other side of this wall. Oh. And every time that the guy gets the answer wrong, he's supposed to deliver a shock to him.
I see.
And they keep turning it up, and the guy's in there screaming and hollering, and then pretty soon the guy's like not even responding. And the guy's going, hey, we can't. The guy's not even making any noise anymore. Are you sure? He says, just go along with the thing, and they go with it. I think it was 40% or better were willing to go ahead and take it to the lethal extreme based on their perception of the authority of the person telling them to do it.
Wow.
Yeah, they got us until people break their mind free of this shit. It's a dangerous place, man.
Well, I don't know if you watched the Veritasium. It was a recent Veritasium video as well, where he took a whole bunch of people and he let them stick their hands in ice cold water. And he would say, okay, you're going to stick your dominant hand in the water for 60 seconds, and you're going to dial up how painful it is to like 1 to 10. 10 is the most painful or whatever. And they put it in, and I think it was something like 70% of the people said, because they did it twice, that the second time felt less painful to them, and that was longer. They held their hand in 30 seconds longer. So it was a minute and a half, and they said the pain was less than when it was with the 60 seconds. And all they did was they actually made it colder, but the initial start was a bit warmer. And that's what I think happens, how they control people with everything. They give them this little bit of comfort, and the rest is bad. But because that little bit of comfort, you're thinking, it's correct what's happening, and that's what they take. And that's exactly how the globe operates with everybody in the belief system. There's one little bit of truth, the rest is rubbish. Because that one little bit of truth is what's presented to them as this as this correct thing, then the rest just has to be correct.
Well, maybe this old truth is the truth, and that's what they cling to. We explained with like Aaron Raw, that's what they make their personality, right? That they're knowing better, that they actually know the truth. Maybe that's what they find comfort in. I think that at least that it's all lies and that they just find comfort in knowing the truth.
Well, that was a good stream. I did enjoy it.
Yeah. No, I mean, pertaining to the whole, I think I said no.
But I'm glad you brought that Rationality Rules video. It was cool.
Yeah, he looks like someone I might do a look. Well, you said you already got to do one on them, didn't you? Whatever, we should do
But yeah, you can do it, PJ. You'll see. There's quite a lot of them.
What's his name again?
Rationality Rules.
Rationality Rules.
No, that's right. I'll have to pass if you do a stream on him there.
I am pretty sure.
I don't want to lose IQ points here.
Yeah.
I am pretty sure.
And listen, dude. If that's what you're saying, then I'll take your advice, man. If people are gonna feel that way, then I won't be doing a stream. There's no point, is that?
No, he's a waste of time. He is.
No, you're right. No, but
he's a toxic individual that just doesn't need to have the time of day.
Yeah, it'd be different if he was like with. I wouldn't have done one on misinformation agents if it wasn't about Dave Beverly. You know what I mean? I wouldn't have done.
Oh yeah, when someone badmouths someone like that,
it's a waste of time.
But it was so bad that you had to do something on it.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, though now I'm remembering, I've seen this guy before only from David Wood. He's like been he's done a few videos on him.
David Wood and AP have done something on as well. That's what I remember him from. And then I've watched some of his stuff. I was like, oh man.
Oh, Roger says play that, whatever that.
Yeah, that's what I put on the screen now.
Oh, play
the
it.
Wiki.
How do you play Wikipedia?
Anyway, this is the link he sent. Behavioral sink is a term invented by ethologist John B. Calhoun and describes a collapse in behavior that can result from overpopulation. The term and concept derived is a series of population experiments Calhoun conducted on the Norway rats between 1958 and 1962. In the experiments, Calhoun and his researchers created a series of rat utopias, enclosed spaces where rats were given unlimited food and water, enabling unfettered population growth. Calhoun coined the term behavioral sink. In February 1st, 1962, Scientific American article titled Population Density and Social Pathology on the Rat Experiment. He would later perform similar experiments on mice from 1968 to 1972. Calhoun's work became used in animal models and social collapse. And he studied.
I do remember this. I remember seeing a video on this. Like it got brutal towards the end, and actually kind of like mirrors our society, where the women they would have children, and then they would just instantly kill it. I guess abortion.
For no reason. Yep.
Oh my goodness.
It's quite.
Yeah, but come on though. I mean, just because rats do certain things doesn't mean human beings will do them. Human beings have different kinds of emotions and things, and they.
But Ryan, we evolved from rats and things. Come on, man. Yeah.
What?
Right.
Okay, guys. Any closing statements? I think that was a good stream, at least. And it was cool.
Christ is king.
Amen.
Christ is king.
Yeah, that's
something
true.
We agree on.
You guys should look up the 100th monkey experiment. That's the one you should look up.
100 monkey what?
100 monkeys experiment.
Yeah,
the 100th monkey.
Yeah, that's
where they took. Yeah, they took. Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead. Tell them about it, man.
No, I was going to say, what they did was they took a bunch of monkeys, or different groups of monkeys. They separated them, and then they put 100 monkeys on, or 50 monkeys on one island, and 50 monkeys on the other island, and they weren't able to get, communicate or anything between each other, or something like that. So anyway, and then they gave some monkeys a tool. Oh, they were already separated. Okay, so then they gave a tool of some kind.
No, they were native monkeys on this one island, right? And what they would do, and they would go around and give these monkeys these sweet potatoes, and they'd throw them on the beach. And one of the monkeys figured out that if he took the sweet potato down to the water and rinsed it off, it was easier to eat without the grains of sand on it, right? And they'd been putting this on the other islands with these monkeys too. And this one monkey, pretty soon, a few of them started learning the same technique, all on this one island. And after 100 of these monkeys had figured out to take, they all learned from each other to take these sweet potatoes down and dip them in the water. Suddenly, on all these other little islands, these monkeys started realizing to take their potatoes and dunk them in the water and wash them off. They all just started doing it.
That's interesting.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. I didn't remember the whole story. I'm glad you remembered
Kind
it
of
better.
like how they figure, the bow and arrow. The advent of the bow and arrow seemed to take place around the same time everywhere on the earth. Everybody was starting to mess with this idea of stringing a bow and shooting a stick with it.
That's really interesting, isn't it?
How does that happen? It wasn't obvious. It was word of mouth.
Yeah.
But that's why I think that there is a collective thought in that, that you draw your thoughts from, not just from yourself.
It's interesting. Very
collective unconscious, like Jung talked about. Right?
Maybe that voice in your head isn't you.
Yeah, maybe. I have narration.
As of for Candace, I'll just say my last part. As of for Candace, I think I said enough. And for the Rationality Rules, he's I would say don't do a video on him. He seems to be weird.
Yeah.
But that's it. I'm just gonna, yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
Thank you. what a
the earth is flat and Jesus still loves us.
Amen.
Nice. That's a brilliant saying. I wonder where you got that from.
I do.
But yeah, PJ, you're having a show tomorrow morning, obviously.
Yes, 8 a.m. GMT. I'm going to carry on with the subject I was supposed to be doing today until it got hijacked by Jeff Gasshead, and he made me do a speakery program. He put you know what I mean?
How dare you, Jeff Gasshead? He rocks, man.
Completely forced me.
Yeah, Jeff Gasshead.
It was good. It was really good today. But yeah, I'll carry on with the subject I was going to do today. I'll do that tomorrow.
One thing I've realized, the GIFs in chat are really awesome.
Absolutely.
Some of them.
Yeah. There's that one shady guy.
There's too many Rogers too. I don't know what that's about.
We've got a lot of Daves. We got a lot of Jeffs.
Yeah, what is this about?
Oh my God! I
know maybe people named Dave are just flat earthers. I don't know.
At least we got a cool Dave in here.
I know so many.
Yeah, we do have a good one. My best friend's name's Dave.
Language Dave.
He's not here.
Dave ain't home. Dave ain't home.
You remember that old Cheech and Chong bit?
Yep. Yeah, that's what I'm quoting. Dave ain't home.
I got the stuff. Who? It's Dave, man. Open up the door. Dave's not here. No, man, I'm Dave. Who?
Dave ain't home.
Funny, man. So funny.
But it's good to see you guys. Dave, it's weekend, so I don't know if you're going to be doing a show though.
I may. We'll see what goes on tonight. See how tonight plays out. I may go. I was thinking I haven't done nothing in the last couple of days. I might as well maybe do something tonight. We'll see. Keep tuned.
Yeah. So do keep tuned. See if there's something going on. And yeah, I just want to say thank you to you guys all for coming. Appreciate you guys. I'll see you all tomorrow night if the power's on. Hopefully. Can never tell anymore because they don't want to give us a damn schedule. They just put it off.
Mm-hmm. It's bad because you went a while with the electricity on, didn't you? And now it's
they were just that's the thing. We had elections, so they let us have electricity. Now elections are over, so now we don't have electricity.
Of course.
You know how it goes.
It's like when the Queen came to visit Fraserburgh, where I'm from, in 1994 for its 200-year anniversary. They got a load of monuments and cleaned up the streets and a load of flowers and nice new benches and stuff, for a one-day visit. And they're still there to this day.
Oh, I'm surprised they didn't come and collect up all that shit after it was over.
They kept it.
Use it at the next place, man.
They spent 36,000 on the fish monument. It's a fishing town.
Wow, that makes me think.
Yeah,
did you guys hear what's happening in the River Thames there in France because of the Olympics? It's so dirty there that it's been illegal to swim in there since 1923 or something.
God.
And the thing is, they're supposed to have the Olympics in there now. And the president and everything said they want to clean it, and they're so confident that it will get cleaned enough, they'll be the first ones to swim in it. But they spent billions of euros now on it. It's still filthy, too filthy to be able to swim in it. And when there was the due date to be able to swim in it, they made excuses based on politics. Said, "Oh no, we've got a political thing to go on. We can't go and swim now." Blah blah blah. But now the poor people that have to come and do the Olympics, they expect them to swim in there.
Wow.
Oh boy.
There's literally shit floating on the water.
Oh
Yeah, that'd be like playing dominoes on the sidewalk in San Francisco, right?
So I want to see what's going to happen with that. Yeah, that's going to be interesting. Will they be able to clean it in time?
Trying to do an breaststroke and shit. He gets blinded from a big old fucking dookie across.
You try to take a breath, and all of a sudden it turns in your mouth.
It's bad. It's bad. No.
I know. Good vision.
Every time I think of those water and something floating, I think of Caddyshack.
Yep, and then
he picks it up and he eats
candy
it.
bar. Yep, and then everybody passes out.
Okay. Well, it's good to see you guys.
Lord
Appreciate
bless
everybody.
everyone.
Many blessings, and